guys, what's going on? It's DJ here with our brother Jeremy.
What's good?
And the Spirit of Bears.
Kind of cool.
And we just want to apologize to you guys for this being up a week late. We got really sick last week, so we decided to hold off until this week.
We're still a little bit sick.
Yeah, just a little bit. But thank you for joining us on our 9th episode of our Justice Clubhouse Podcast. And we're going to get right into Supergirl. This episode is called Distant Sun. You guys can find the speech show right here. One sentence.
Interstellar bounty hunter.
Nice. Madame President's true form in the surprise death. That's what I wrote on the article title. I just read that straight off there.
Nice.
So, the main gist of this whole entire episode was that Mon-El's mom is bat crap crazy.
Yeah.
And she was sending bounty hunters to kill Kara in hopes that Mon-El would come back to... I don't see the logic in that. If anything, if he found out his parents were the one who killed her, if they had, I don't think he would have gone back with them.
No.
And they were the first people that he suspected anyways.
That was a bad plan from the start.
It really was. And what's his name? Largan didn't even know about it.
That's true.
Very messed up situation there. It's the mother that planned
psycho.
everything. Yes. And Jimmy got thrown into the episode at some point, and he got absolutely owned because Mon-El was one of the people that the bounty hunters used to fight Kara, which was pretty cool. I like that. And Wynn stopped him with a stapler. He's like, let go of Mon-El or I'm going to redecorate this sidewalk. That's freaking awesome. And yeah, so basically it's like most of the episode is them trying to figure out who it is. His parents passed the test at first because, we don't want to hurt Kara, but that was all a lie. And when Kara tries to talk to them again, they go to the Fortress of Solitude. And she tries to convince her that Mon-El's in a good place, but what does the mom do?
She pulls out her size.
Shank.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool. Those are kryptonite size.
Yeah, but that was scary because she was actually we seen Carl get hurt, tossed into stuff, stop a locomotive, all these things, get hurt by a train. But seeing her get shanked by a blade was kind of scary. And Mon-El gave himself up, of course, because he didn't want to see her get hurt more. And then you see that Largan really isn't. It looks like another piece of evidence that he's not a bad guy because he's saying oh, we just want you back. And he didn't even know the mom was doing all that stuff. And he's like, okay, this is pretty crazy. Then while this is going on, you got John talking to Madame President, and she says what?
Do not engage battle.
But what did they do?
Engage battle.
3 times on that ship. And then you got this drama stuff going on with Maggie and Alex. And it's okay, but they really needed a little bit, just bring it down a little bit. Because it's they wrote that. I thought that character was going to be a lot bigger.
Yeah, I thought she was an alien.
Yeah, that's what you had mentioned. I agreed with that. I thought that was what's going to happen too, but no, she's just some painful
Maggie cheated on me.
Yes, and
let's build a story off of that.
I don't know why. It's just kind of like tossing Jimmy in here just to get his ass rocked. Then the story ends up with the epic battle for Mon-El on the Daxamite ship. Finally, Jean got in the action. He helped Supergirl fight the parents while Mon-El was saved by Wynn. I like Wynn. Wynn is just he's getting into everything. You realize that he's the tech. He's also field support. That's why I feel bad for Jimmy because they could have sent him up there too to do something. But
what could he have done?
I don't know. Fight the guards. Do something.
Yeah, he'd probably get rocked too.
I don't know. Just give him something interesting to do, instead of just getting whacked by Mon-El once and then he's out of the episode.
He should deal with Maggie and Alex's problems.
Yes. They should have a side story. Subplot. And Mon-El, I don't know why I found it weird. He shot the window out. I mean, he's got super strength and everything. I wish he would leaped at the window and broke the window. Do something fancy.
Yeah, but I don't think he wanted to fly out.
Ah, that's true. And his father's okay, let him go because he decided who his family is. So everyone's happy. Everyone, except his parents, obviously. Actually, the dad was pretty happy. Largan could see that Mon-El was making a strong stance to stay.
Just not the mama.
Yes. And they get back. They make all happy. We're reunited, all this. But then what happens?
Queen Rhea.
Yes.
She talks to her husband and...
Shank. There's a party! He dead.
That sucks.
He is so dead. I was hoping he would stay around a little longer.
Yeah.
And I was expecting him to be the bad guy, but I kind of feel bad now he's dead.
He's only here for 2 episodes.
Yeah. No, 3.
Really?
Was that I thought there was 3 episodes.
I thought he came last episode with...
Well, they showed up the episode, so
the end. Oh, yeah.
Technically,
okay. So technically 3. Yeah.
Then we have the final talk between Jean and the Madame President. She's like, I'm disappointed that you did this. And he's like, I do for my family.
Yeah.
screw you. And then she's like, "Arr." She's like, this isn't over. And then she hangs up the phone or the Skype call. And then she's the dun dun dun.
Arian.
Yes, but it's not quite a Dominator.
No.
It's
She
nicer
looks like,
looking than a Diamonator.
A Diamonator. She looks a bit like, what's her
Dog.
name? Magon?
Yeah.
When she turns into her green Martian form, but she's like a whiter Martian.
So maybe she is like a white Martian.
Maybe, we'll see.
Or, yeah, something. Or she's a shapeshifter of some sort. So
Yeah.
maybe, I honestly think that she's on their side. The blue eyes kind of like make me think she's a good guy. Maybe she's just forced to do Oh, well, you know, we could theorize about that later.
Yeah.
But, is there anything else that happened in an episode? That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Easter eggs.
YouTube was mentioned.
Ooh.
Girl of Steel.
Ooh.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Stormtroopers.
So Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, you're a little short to be a Stormtrooper.
Yeah. And the biggest one was the Legion ring.
Again, Kevin Smith, he's teasing it. Hopefully he directs those episodes. If
I think that's what he's trying to get at.
Yeah, he's like, let me do it, man.
Yeah.
Let me get the shot. I want to do it. Amalak is a telepathic alien who is from a planet that shares his name.
Yeah.
In the comics, there's a character with the same name and was an enemy of Superman, who is also telepathic.
Ooh.
Look at his head. It looks like it like scrunches itself.
Yeah, I
when
think
it
it's like
moves.
moving.
Yeah, and then John was like messing it up when he was in his head.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it for Easter eggs, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, so we're gonna be back on April 24th with the show, and the next episode is called Ace Reporter, and it looks like Kara's trying to stop Lena from making a big mistake because she's like falling in love with some sort of like psycho.
Yeah, is it that dude from iZombie?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's the Indian guy. And apparently Music Meister's supposed to be in that episode too, kidnapping Monel. So he's not done. I like those like omnipotent beings like them, like from the fifth dimension. It adds like a sort of mystery and like excitement as to what they're gonna do, because they can't be stopped fully, and they're not villains per se. Like they're
just playing games with
exactly.
these guys. Yeah.
And that's what these shows need. They need people who are wild cards, not just like cut and dry villains.
Yeah.
So, and then you saw the previews. Like she was like wearing the Supergirl t-shirt. So maybe Lena finds out. Maybe she's the Ace Reporter.
Ooh.
Maybe that dude helps her figure out that Kara's, you know.
Do you see they're like hugging each other too?
Yeah. And also it's another, you know, this is kind of like it's not off topic, but this is kind of more future stuff. Katie McGrath, who plays Lena Luthor, is going to be upgraded to a series regular next season.
Nice.
So maybe we're going to be building up to their rivalry.
Villain.
It's going to be like Clark and Lex. Epic. So I guess Rhea is the big bad for the rest of this season.
Yeah.
And she ain't going to stop at nothing to get her son back.
Yes.
Theories.
I think Lena's going to turn bad.
You think so? Yeah. I think that rivalry is going to happen. I also think that
either that or she's going to team up with her to fight against her mother and Cadmus. Maybe.
Ooh. I think that they're gonna save Cadmus for the next season. Like that's gonna be just
that's what I was saying. Like this theory.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else to theorize for this season.
I think that Monel will probably, if he doesn't lock his mom up in the Phantom Zone, he will get locked in the Phantom Zone with his mom, and Kara, like that's who we're gonna leave the season. Kara's gonna go into the Phantom Zone, try to save him.
Ooh.
Because in the comics, that's what happens. Like he gets stuck there.
Oh,
and
okay.
He emerges and then like the freaking time trapper comes out, and it's just like all this crazy nonsense. I'm just speaking from like the comic standpoint.
Oh, okay.
And then the time trapper creates a pocket universe, and we can make a pocket universe of this and the Flash in there. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of things that could happen, but we are gonna see Cadmus at least one more time, because there was a set photo of Dean Cain and he's very bloody, and they're in the woods again.
Oh yeah. We also saw him fighting against Cyborg Superman.
Yes. Ooh, this is so epic. I want to see him reunited with his like
Pommery.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. They like to have these tragedies on these shows.
Well, yeah, nothing can ever, like, not everything can go right.
Yeah. And then you have Madame President. I already think that she's not a bad person. I think she knows what's going on and the whole scope of things. Like, I think she knows how dangerous Cadmus is. I think she knows how dangerous Rhea is. So she didn't want to engage them because she's like, oh, dang, John and Supergirl and the DEO just started a war. You know, like, And then I guess that's like the two opposing sides. There's like three sides to the war. There's the Supergirl side, and then the Daxamites and the people who want the aliens out. So it's gonna be like all out brawl in the last few episodes.
Maybe.
Man, this is pretty good writing. It's just like we've been waiting for like that definitive big bad, and technically right now we have two.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how it all sorts out. But definitely another thing is I want to see Mon-El and Win suit up by the end of the seaon.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Any other theories?
No.
No?
No.
Final thoughts about this episode?
It was a whirlwind of an episode.
Yes. Very good one, though.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Largan died.
Yeah.
That was...
It kind of sucks. It's disappointed. But hey, he did pretty well in the role. I just wish we could have seen more fighting and all that stuff with him.
Yeah.
And I'm happy at least that Mon-El stayed. I thought he was actually going to go, and then there's going to be like this whole dramatic sort of thing that would stretch out for a couple episodes. But love does not keep these super people apart for too long. We're happy that Mon-El's here to stay. Now we just need to actually see him like in the team, you know, like get into the action. Drama stuff's got to be like done.
Oh, what if that Madame President, she was probably, or what if she was the head of Starhaven?
Ooh, she kind of looks like that.
And she's what helped all those aliens move to Earth because of something.
So she is a saver. She's a saver. She's a savior. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea.
And that's why she became president, because she knows
to protect
that she could,
them.
Yeah.
Ah, so she's a good guy.
Hopefully.
Linda Carter will not play the bad guy.
Look at this character. This is like way off from what she could be. This person's called Dawnstar. She's literally the Wonder Woman of Starhaven, and she has
well, Linda Carter is Wonder Woman.
I know, but she doesn't look like an alien here in this photo.
Well, Lyra looks nothing like a Starhaven person, but she is from Starhaven.
That's
and
true.
She is the sort of, like, you know what I'm saying? They just...
See those wings, too?
Yeah, that's Linda
dope.
Carter.
That would be sick if she's Dawnstar.
Dude, she looks like a bird. That's what she does. She looks like a majestic bird without a beak.
True.
When I'm president?
Yeah.
President Marsden, she kind of does, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Or this, she could be Wildstar, which is another person.
Yeah.
And she's like the chief of police in Starhaven.
I can see all that happening. I can see all that happening. It's an amalgamation of all of them. Just do it. Do it, writers. Writing it for you.
Please make her Dawnstar. That'd be sick.
So final thoughts about this episode. It was a really good one. I liked it. It's like all these episodes have been freaking good. I don't think they've been bad this season. It definitely tops everything they've done in the past.
Yes, definitely.
So with that being said, we'll see you guys in The Flash. All right, so let's get into The Flash. This episode is called Abra Kadabra. You can check out the speed show right here. One sentence.
Caitlin is bad to the bone.
Oh, yeah. Killer Frost awakens in Barry's new suit.
Yeah.
Abra Kadabra shows up. That's obvious in the title.
Yeah.
And he is a 64th century villain of The Flash. I'm not even sure what Earth he's on or what Earth he is from.
Earth 19.
He is from Earth 19.
Yeah.
But he's also a villain of The Flash, so I guess he just goes all over the place, and that's what makes him such a good catch for Gypsy. For many reasons, though, because
he's been alive for
ever.
Oh no!
Well, no, he's
sorry.
in the future.
Yeah, he just
that's true, because he's a little different from the comic book, because the comic book he has nanotechnology that he specifically uses, like, you know what I'm saying, like But here the tech is embedded in his body.
Yeah.
So he actually has powers in a sense, and claims he knows who Savitar is, and he kind of gives Team Flash and Gypsy a run for their money. It's like, hey, you let me, or if you let her take me, I'm not gonna tell you who Savitar is.
Yeah.
And Barry's that's like the toss up. It's like, I either let this dude go,
so he could tell me who Savitar is.
Yeah, and I could stop it, or I give him over to Gypsy because she's got a pretty big reason to get him as well.
Yeah.
And that's because
her partner died by his hands.
Yes. And I have a feeling, I think we talked about it, that Cisco might have been her partner on that Earth.
Yeah, that would have been
which is why she
even
that's why she had that attraction
story
to him already.
Yeah.
And why it's so hard for her to get back into it. Maybe he just reminds her too much of him.
Yeah.
They keep going back and forth. Abra Kadabra is just like, yeah, you never stop me. And surprisingly, after a bunch of arguments, who's the one that lets him out?
Joe.
Come on, Joe. What are you doing, Joe? I get saving people. We've seen Barry screw up the whole entire timeline trying to save his mother.
Yeah.
Can nobody on the show understand the lessons not to change or meddle with time?
I guess everyone has their breaking point.
Because that was a dumb thing to do to somebody that's from way ahead in the future that already knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And obviously he gets away and he starts building a jump ship or a time ship that looks like a jump ship from Legends.
Yes.
And then what happens? Oh, the epicness, the freaking the team up.
Yeah, team plan for...
It was Flash, Kid Flash, Vibe, and Gypsy.
Yeah.
And that was the most glorious thing ever. Like, it started off with the Music Meister episode with the combo, and then it rolled over onto this one. It's like, oh, it's so cool. You know, you got Cisco throwing breaches all over the place because, you know, Kid Flash is making dumb moves and getting hit all over the place.
Yeah.
And the same thing, Gypsy's doing the same thing. But ultimately, it was Barry who did that epic
phase through the ship.
Yeah.
And grabs
that was like
him.
a swim dive.
Yeah.
To the thing. That was awesome. And they capture him once again. And Barry tries at least one more time to ask Abra to, like, who is his avatar, but he's just like, I'm not gonna tell you because I'm gonna die. I think he hinted at something, but he didn't say fully who it was. Oh, I forgot the important part. During the first scuffle, after he got caught, or when Joe let him loose, Caitlin got really badly hurt.
Oh,
She
yes.
she got pierced with a, what do you call that? Debris.
Mm-hmm.
And she had to, or they're forced to perform an emergency surgery, even though they had suggested that she use her powers, but she didn't want to because she didn't want to succumb to Killer Frost.
My quick question is, why was Iris the assistant?
I don't know. Why is it?
Out of all of the people
Did she
there,
go to nursing school?
Cisco was he's a scientist.
Yeah.
He could be
even
a
Joe would have
doctor's
been
assistant.
Yeah, even Joe or Barry would have been better.
Yeah.
Unless Iris went to nursing school. Why? Like, she can help. But why do you toss her in roles that are a little too big for someone like her? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know if she went to nursing school or medical school. Like, the most I seen her do was patch up like a boo-boo Barry had in his arm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good question. I don't know. I have no idea why they did that.
I'm a reporter. I will patch you up, Caitlin. I got this.
But Julian, he saved her. Freaking epic.
Yeah.
He sealed the wound. He took out the shrapnel.
She's a trooper, though.
Yeah, I know.
Caitlin,
She was awake the whole
she was
time.
awake during the whole surgery. That's
Did she
crazy.
even have anything to numb her pain?
I don't think so.
I guess it's like the meta-human in her. Like, she has like super endurance and super resistance to like our immunity to pain or something like that. Just like tied to her powers, I guess.
Yeah.
And save her. Stop Abra Kadabra. He gets brought over to Earth 19. Gypsy says thank you and F you at the same time. And things are left kind of unresolved between her and Cisco.
Yeah.
And while Cisco and her are talking, or Cisco and Caitlin are talking about her, what happens to Caitlin?
She flatlines out of nowhere.
Yeah, right when HR came back.
Yeah.
From seeing Rhonda.
Yeah,
and
that's interesting.
She died. We actually witnessed Caitlin dying.
And this was like the first scene that HR was serious.
And he's like, she's dead.
Yeah.
And Cisco was crying, and we were crying, and Julian was crying, but Julian didn't want to give up hope, so he ripped off the damn necklace and awakened Killer Frost, and that was epic. She healed.
I don't want to see it like this.
Nice. and
That's the first time he turned back into Malfoy.
Yeah, but like a good version of Malfoy.
Yeah.
He saved a life this time.
Yeah, true.
She healed up super quick, but she did like the Super Saiyan transformation thing.
Yeah, she like let out a shockwave.
Yeah, yeah.
Of
Ever
ice.
make that like people ever made that like the noise when Super Saiyan? You're like, that's what she did. And then she hit somebody with her ice thingy. And now Killer Frost is on the loose. And now it's another problem that they got to deal with. So, sad moment and an epic moment at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it ended.
Eat their egg.
Stag Industries.
I get, yeah, the dude dead. I don't miss that guy.
But is that a Easter egg?
Yeah,
Stag
it is. We
Industries?
haven't seen it since the first season.
Okay.
64th century, which is the time period that Kadabra hails from.
Earth 19 again.
Yeah. He mentioned villains that Barry was going up against in the future.
Yeah.
And he said Clifford DeVoe, who is the Thinker. and that's
isn't that another
awesome.
Rogue?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, that sounded familiar.
So that's gonna be pretty epic to see. There's so much story that goes into the Flash. Like, we're 3 years into the show, but this is still his origin. People need to understand he's still very young.
Yeah,
3 or 4 years from now, they're gonna be able to tell some really crazy stories because he'll have a vast array of villains.
I mean, this is still pretty cool.
It is cool, but like people don't understand. Like, he gets his ass whooped because he's too young still. He doesn't know what he has to do.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's why they're trying to like compartmentalize everybody, like sort of leaving the team. Like, they're not leaving the team in a sense, but like they're all gonna have their own paths. And eventually he's gonna do most of the stuff on his own in the future.
Yes.
So did you get any other Easter eggs before we get into the previews and theories?
Mercury Labs.
Okay.
Nanotech.
Yes.
Cisco, he's like, you shall not pass.
Oh yeah, Gandalf. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Only he would do that in a very serious situation.
Abra Kadabra also mentioned the collectors. That sounds interesting.
The collectors?
I don't know who those are.
Ooh.
Collector. Yeah, I don't think there is. I think that's just something that he...
I think the collectors are... those are the people that are looking for him, right? The one that Gypsy needs to bring it to, like her superiors.
Yeah.
Any other Easter eggs?
I think that's it.
Right, so preview for next episode. The only important thing is that Barry's in a new suit.
That suit upgrade, yo. That's so sick.
He looks like the new 52 version. And we gotta say, it looks freaking awesome. There's more gold. There's more design. There's more armor.
Yes.
Very, very cool. Hopefully it's more bright because the shot that we have here is it's like darkish, but the suit looks awesome.
What if he sorry, we're not getting into that yet.
No, we're
theories?
We'll talk about the previews, and that's pretty much what you saw in the previews. He runs that's what we forgot, sorry. At the end of this episode, he says to Joe and Iris that he's gonna run to the future.
Yeah.
To find out who Savitar is so that he can stop him. And that's what the next episode is, which is coming back on... Exactly. Oh man. I think all the Spirit of Bears will tell you guys.
Yeah.
April 25th, 2014,
April 25th, 2017 is when this returns, and that has significance as to the date. The writers are very good with that sort of stuff. He meets a future him, which has the flashback hair of Oliver Queen.
Yeah, he's got long ass hair. That's
Wally West in the wheelchair, like in the comics.
Yeah.
Cisco is crazy again, and pretty much everything's very dark and gloomy in this future.
It is exactly how the Star City 2046 or something like that in the Legends episode was.
So it's like the in-between dark.
Yeah.
It's not exactly how it is in 2046, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now theories.
The suit. Yes. I think that's present Barry. He took it from future Barry because I feel like that future Barry like gave up.
Oh, he's like, give me this. You suck.
Exactly.
I'm gonna fix this. Freaking. I don't know why, but it's this is another thing. It's like a small thing, but if this is like 20 years from now, you would have thought Barry would have bulked up a little more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I mean, this
8
is
years.
It's 8 years, and this is a potential future of him. Maybe if, like you said, if he gave up. But it's gonna be freaking epic, and I like that idea. He's like, I look better in the suit, anyways.
Yeah.
Other theories, like we're still gonna put the Savitar candidates up there. We have Future Barry. Jeremy's got HR.
Yeah.
Wally, that's slipping for me though, and Eddie is also slipping for me. Or they could just do somebody we don't even know yet, because that's sometimes how the shows roll. But
they usually have the character, as the villain.
It will be so awesome to see the Flash family, Caitlin, Cisco, and the Flash family, including Jay Garrick, who hopefully they save. And that's another person who's on the table for Savitar. Maybe it's a deranged Jay, but that would be awesome
Edward
to see.
Claris. Oh no, that was.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Never mind.
That'd be sick if they all did like that super move, like how they did in these last few episodes. I think that's what they're building up to. Like they're building our excitement to it. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be like drop. Like Caitlin will hit him. He gonna fly up, and then Cisco will be opening the breaches and stuff. They're gonna be punching him, and I think they're just building our anticipation for that super move. Mm-hmm. I want to see this at the end of this season. One thing we didn't see though is boots.
Yeah.
Are they yellow?
Are they golden?
Are they yellow?
Brown?
Are they
Are they orange?
What is the color of
purple?
these? And what the heck is Barry thinking? Going to the future to change it. Change the past.
I mean, if you think about it, it's smart.
Yeah.
Because if you change the past, it alters the future.
Yeah.
If you go to the future, it doesn't change the past.
That is true.
Because you're just gonna see what's happening.
Well, technically.
No, because it already happened.
I know, but technically he's gonna reshape the future if he goes back.
That's that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's a circle. He's damned if he doesn't change it. He's damned if he does change it. Either way, it's just like
I feel like, but that's a better plan.
It is a better plan, but it's still messing with time.
Yeah, anything he does messes with time.
It's just like I can't touch that, but I can touch that.
No, it's not. He can't touch that. He can look at it.
Look at it.
Yeah,
look at it.
That's exactly what he's doing. Because he went to the future the first time when he tossed the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah,
and it didn't change anything. Just all he saw was, what do you call it? Iris still die by Savitar.
Yeah. Also, we got Killer Frost on the loose.
Hopefully, she could side with them for that.
I think she will.
Battle that you're saying at the end.
I think she will side with them, but only if like something bad happens, or if she remembers that Savitar is like the cause of everything. Yeah. You know how it's always motion based.
Yeah,
so her Earth 2 version helped out when she was done wrong.
Yes.
So maybe Julian might die, and that's what will propel her to stop Savitar. But I think she'll be part of the big bads for next season if there's no speedsters involved. And it's them like trying to save her next season.
Yeah,
and help her like control her powers and stuff. Maybe she'll eventually be part of the team, but like she'll be like that loose cannon. And then
the one that you need to like put a leash on.
Yeah, it's been a great time to bring back Ronnie, but I guess they can't do that. Like you said, we just can't wait to see this superhero combo.
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome against Savitar, and we just can't wait to see who the dude is, because anticipation. Yeah. We already found out who Prometheus was. Why is it taking so long to figure out who Savitar is? But hopefully we get our answers when it comes back on the 25th.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see the future again.
And this is going to be
where he disappeared in Crisis.
Yeah. This is going to be a cool episode too, because Tom Cavanaugh is directing it.
Yeah. This is going to be awesome. Can't wait to see what the heck happens in this. So far they've been killing it. I thought it was really good. All the episodes this season have been great, and at the same time we kind of understand why people have been like, oh, it's another speedster. But you gotta have an open mind when you watch these things. Like, it's different adaptation. If you want it straight off the comic book, you're gonna say how boring it is because you know what's gonna happen. So
true.
Any other theories?
No.
Final thoughts.
This was what do these kids say nowadays?
Abra Kadabra.
This was a banger.
Oh my lord. It was a really good one. And
it was good.
Barry's not being a little baby back anymore, so he's getting in there. He's taking the steps to write this future and make sure that he saves everyone that he can. But with Caitlin, that's a different story now. But we know that he'll figure out a way to save everybody, because that's what his goals are all the time, is to make sure everyone makes it out. Bring it on.
Yeah,
excellent episode.
Very nice.
And with that being said, we'll see you guys in Legend of Tomorrow from the week before and the finale. Alright, so getting into Legends of Tomorrow, we're going to be covering Doomworld and Aruba, which was its season finale, and you guys can find the speedtros right here. One sentence for both.
Rip the baker.
Ooh.
And Mick the punching bag.
Nice. I will combine my sentences and say the Hall of Doom and a hero falls in Aruba.
Nice.
So.
Oh, they're getting the band back together.
Yes, they are. So, going from Doomworld, because we have to kind of tell the backstory since we missed the, talking about that last week.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's in the title, Doomworld, what this alternate reality is about, and basically the Legion of Doom have taken over everything and wiped out every single hero that we know of. Surprisingly though, they did keep the legends alive.
Yeah, it seemed to play more in favor for Eobard than the rest of the Legion,
because it's funny, because when this show started, the legends were essentially people that wouldn't do harm to the timeline if they died or if they did something epic. So either or, it wouldn't matter if they died. So I guess that's another reason as to why Eobard kept them around, because he could use them.
True.
They're very resourceful.
Yeah. And
the other heroes that he killed off, like the Flash, Arrow, all the team basically, they would have posed a threat to him no matter what.
Yes. Yeah.
And with the legends there, they could get even more done if they didn't know what was going on. I guess they used the little Men in Black thing.
Mm-hmm.
And in Doomworld, everyone was conspiring on the Legion to overthrow Eobard. Malcolm, Snart, Dark, and Mick was kind of just there. He regretted his decision right away.
Yeah.
He was doing crimes with Snart back to his old life, but
He got away with it
because no one cared. They just let him do whatever. Dark was the mayor of Star City, I think.
Yeah.
And Malcolm was reunited with Tommy and his wife. Everything was fine. Thea was still alive. And Eobard he ruled Star Labs.
Yeah, he made that his Hall of Doom.
Yes, that was so crazy to see.
That was sick.
Star Labs just with the Hall of Doom makeover. It was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And basically, Mick helps the team get back together one by one, and one by one they punch him for his betrayal. But he dished it out. He was just like, okay, I deserve that. And they got everybody except for Stein.
Mm-hmm.
And Rip, like you said, was doing what during this whole time?
He was baking cakes.
Yes. Getting drunk, throwing up.
Yeah.
Not even bothering to look outside the window to see where he was at. But the Legion kind of found out what was going on, that the team were getting their memories back because of what happened.
Was it Ray?
Sarah. Well, after she got her memories back, she went to get a
because
Maya.
of Ray.
Yes. I almost forgot. What was that thing called? It's called the Memory Give Backer.
I think I wrote it. Sorry. No, I didn't write it.
Oh. But we'll just call it the anti-Men in Black memory takeaway thing.
Yeah,
and so he Mick used it on...
Oh, yeah, trans-reality multiplexer.
There we go. He used that, or Mick took it, shot Ray and Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Then they shot...
Sarah,
yes.
Yeah.
And then Sarah shot Jax, I think.
Yeah.
And then Sarah tried to get a Maya, but it ended up in a scuffle between her and...
Dark.
Yes, and he had his powers, everything. But they managed to get away.
Yeah.
Regroup. Last part of the mission, get Stein, get the spear. But of course, everything went to crap, and Eobard got the beat on them all. After a scuffle between everybody, he still got his hands on the spear, and he destroyed it. And in the process, somebody died.
Amiya.
That was sad. I know she's only been on the team for just this season, but that was pretty sad to see.
Yeah.
Her get jacked up like that.
That was super unexpected, so.
Yeah. I thought Stein or something was going to get jacked, but like her, it was...
Yeah.
And reality is cemented. Well, apparently. Eobard's like, I could wipe the whole room with all you guys. So he actually spared them. That's surprising. See, he has like a soft spot for them. He could have killed them because if they were able to do that, come back and realize that the reality they were living in wasn't real, what's to say they couldn't do that again, even after?
True.
Right? But he spared everybody. He spared the Legion, the Legends.
Except for Amaya.
Yeah, except for her. And they all go their separate ways after they decide that fighting him is not the best solution.
Yeah.
So they regroup at Nate's house and they eat his mother's famous sandwiches. And they're like, what are we going to do? And Sarah's like, we got to change the timeline.
Go back.
Even though that's really everything we're against, we're going to do it. I guess we're going to go straight into Aruba.
Mama, come on, baby mama. Here I go, Montego. Hey, where we go? I think it's take it slow. That's where we wanna go.
So, team go back to 1917 to retrieve the vial of Christ's blood to destroy the spear and make sure that the Legion never get their hands on it.
Yeah.
But the unfortunate happens yet again. And who dies this time?
Adam.
Yes.
Ray Falmer.
Eobard ripped his damn heart out and tipped the rest.
Gruesome, yo.
Yeah. He just went,
yeah.
He's like, that's not the first person that did that. He tells the rest of the Legion, hey, the future legends are here to change the past, so you guys better watch out because you might get caught in the crossfire.
Mm-hmm.
So that's off the table. The freaking Christ's blood is gone. Eobard destroyed it. So what do they plan to do after this?
They plan to steal the spear.
Yes.
And try to alter time from themselves.
Yes. So future team, they broke up into pieces so that way they had lookouts and then they had people who went into the Wave Rider, the past Wave. How do we even describe this? The old Wave Rider.
Former.
Yes. And steal it. And then, yes, the former Wave Rider.
Present.
It's the present for the past, but it's the past. So we'll just say future and future and then
former.
past.
Oh, past. Okay, so
so
go ahead.
The future team breaks up into teams. Sorry. The future team breaks up. They go into the former Wave Rider.
Yeah.
The past Wave Rider. While Sarah and Jax kept the lookout for the rest of the team from coming back with Spear. Mick, Stein, and Nate run into the past versions, and Nate kind of like was acting weird because he saw Amaya again.
Yeah.
But they managed to get their hands on the Spear, but the rest of the team is already coming back, so Sarah and Jax are confronted because their past Sarah was like, that's not me outside, and everything just goes to crap basically. The past team incapacitate the future team.
Yes.
But past Rip.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Past Rip realizes that the future team is actually them, and they obviously came back for a bigger reason.
Yeah.
And then it breaks off into some pretty like lengthy talks between
each other.
Yeah. More importantly, between Sarah and herself and Nate and himself.
Yeah.
And they decide, okay, let's do this. Let's go and get the spear, make sure it doesn't end up in the Legion hands. But then what happens?
Pew, 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 pew. We shouldn't use these guns. We're better off with these knives.
Dude, Damien's, what do you call that? His gun was so obnoxiously big.
Yeah.
It looked like a sniper, but it was like firing pulse.
And they look like psychos.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, boom, 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 ba-doom, boom. And while all the legends, like the 30 of them that were on the ship, they try to get away.
Yeah.
But a time storm happened because of their past selves meeting their future selves.
Yeah.
And they're forced to have a battle royale with the Legion, sell it right there and then on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Or on the war floor. And so it's the Legion of 30 versus the... Oh, no.
More
the legend,
so 14.
The 14 legends versus the Legion.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, everybody beat their respective villains.
Yeah, with the future ones dying.
Yes.
All their future selves ended up dying one by one. Yeah.
And I think all that was left was Sarah at the end.
Yes. There. Yeah. She was the only one.
And she went into the dream state, just as like you usually do when you touch that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Talked to Laurel. And she's like, you could have the life that you want with me and your old life back. Everyone will be alive. Or you could
do the right thing.
Don't change time again. And of course, Sarah decides to do the more responsible thing. I don't know. I think I would have changed reality to my own. Like, I mean, at least that would have been my first thought. But if, I guess, experiencing everything that they experienced,
I'd be like this. Everyone hold the spear. Like everyone on the legends, and they have their own.
Yeah. Just make them, make
their own wish. Yeah.
Spears. But she made the right decision.
Yeah.
She comes back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. And Eobard comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Steals the spears. About to kill her.
With like 100 of them.
Yes.
He has like so many time remnants.
That was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he starts killing off everybody one by one. Also, this was before she went to the dream state. Sorry. Yeah, that was before she went to the dream. When she came to, he took the spear from her.
Yeah. Well, it was all at the same time.
Yeah.
Around the same time.
And before he can use it, she tells him that she depowered it.
Yeah.
So it does not work anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't... How did she depower it? She went back.
That's her wish.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
To depower it and then Black Flash.
Yeah. Hunter came out of nowhere and he was like, choke.
So I think you could have multiple wishes.
Yeah. So it just depends how you use it.
Yeah.
Black Flash gets rid of Eobard, and Eobard disintegrates once again, and everybody is back to normal. The team is back together.
That's funny. There's a meme of when Eobard got his heart ripped out.
Yeah.
There's a meme with Cisco. He's like, feels good, doesn't it?
That's funny. How many times? That's always got to be part of Cisco, and now he gets to feel it.
Yeah.
The legends drop off the Legion, or the remaining Legion members, to their respective times. So time itself will play out how their fates are supposed to be. Amaya made the stupid ass decision to stay with the team, and we already knew that was the worst decision that they could have made.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
She decides to be with Nate, and no one even questioned it on the team. So at Mick's request, they go to Aruba. But what happens?
Another time storm.
And they end up where?
Los Angeles 2017.
And what happened?
Everything is there. Yay, it's a party in LA.
All the famous buildings throughout time. All
dinosaurs.
Yes, just a mess.
Everything wreaking havoc.
Everything is a mess, and we know that it's because Amaya's with them.
Yeah.
There's no other reason why that all happened.
Damn, she is important to the timeline.
She is. She got rid of Marie, basically.
Yeah.
She's probably not here. So they're going to have to make a decision.
My suggestion for the two of them, Amaya and Nate, is to freaking have Nate go to that timeline. If he's not important, let him stay with Amaya, not Amaya go with the rest of the team.
Yeah, but they didn't think about that.
No.
Adventures are not worth, And that's where we end the episode.
Yeah.
The finale. So before we start theorizing about
stuff.
stuff.
Dude, we're done with Legends.
Woo! Easter eggs.
Woo, and just a little bit.
But it's season 3, so be awesome. Oh, yeah. Another thing we forgot to mention is that Rip left the team.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
For now.
Yeah, I have something to say about that.
Okay.
Easter eggs.
I didn't write. Aruba.
Yes. From the last episode, going into in Doomworld, the Hall of Doom.
Oh yeah.
Brave New World was mentioned.
Yeah.
Ray was playing a Dominator video game.
Oh yeah.
Superhero cowls. You want to mention the other one, Felicia?
Oh, Felicity. She was a vigilante.
Yes, and she died.
Yeah, she got her neck snapped and she broke her leg.
That was satisfying to watch. We love Emily.
Emily?
We love Emily Bet Records,
yeah.
But like that was so satisfying to see her die somewhere and to see her ankle get broken. That was amazing. It's like she knows that's what the fans wanted to see.
Yeah, that's all they.
That's it for Aruba. All those like monuments at the end, like all those famous buildings, they have significance. They're from all over the world and throughout time. A lot of things that happened in this episode were reflections of what happened in the first season. Like Sarah seeing visions of Laurel is like Rip seeing visions of his wife and kid. Mick said goodbye to Snart again in the season finale of the last season. Remember, he said goodbye again.
Oh shoot, there's some people here.
Oh, Eobard disintegrating. That was like the first season of Flash. Yeah, and what'd you say?
There's some people in LA.
Yeah, there's some dude with like a cave for a name, and he's like the last kid on Earth or something like that.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Todd Rice, which is Obsidian. He's from there.
Ooh.
Catherine Spencer, she is Manhunter.
Ooh,
that'd be nice to introduce someone new like that. Yeah, just 2 other people that are
like human.
Yeah, humans.
Any other Easter eggs?
No.
Oh, and a timequake erupted at the end of this like it did the first season.
Oh, shoot.
Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like another disaster after another.
I didn't notice that.
And the Goonies were mentioned. I don't know if I said that already, but they were. What's the common theories? We don't have no preview this time.
Yeah, we're going to have to...
I would like to see the Crime Syndicate.
Yeah?
Yes. I know that's like a more alternate Earth type deal, but...
I want to see the light, yo.
Yes, I would like to see that happen.
Step it up.
I feel like we're not done with these villains. They put them back in...
Yeah, Crime Syndicate would be nice.
Yeah. Someone from the Flash family. Either a younger Jay Garrick or...
on the team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because this time speed... They need somebody on the team that will give them an advantage.
What if it is Jay? Because it seems like he doesn't really have too much of a purpose in his timeline because he could just go out of it.
Freaking stuck. So unless they unstuck
him. I mean, even so, before that,
yeah.
Every time he was able to come out of his timeline.
And his world, yeah,
without messing it up.
That'd be awesome if it was him or Bart.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Because Bart actually, that's his ability. No matter what time he goes to, or past or present or whatever he changes, it doesn't affect the future. Does that make sense? Like he has the ability to, he can stay out of.
So that's why he was in Young Justice.
Yeah,
nice.
Because he doesn't have to be. He's not tied to a time, I guess, because he's like a natural born speedster.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea what else. But Rip Hunter will be returning season 3.
Oh yeah.
Just not in the sense that he's going to be their leader, but he will be working in tandem with the team.
So, riding in tandem. Yeah, nice.
I have no other theories. This is just so hard to theorize about. That's just like what we're, I guess,
they're going to have to bring Mamiya back, and I feel like Nate is just going to stay with her.
Or he just lets her go, because I don't want to see him go. Steel is like one of the best things that happened on the show this season.
But they could, yeah, true.
Yeah, Nate is like one of the best things that happened this season.
Yeah, I guess.
And he fills the place of the historian, and that's what they need.
Yeah.
Through time.
True.
So the only other person that could do that is Rip himself. So any other expectations or anything that you would like to see?
No.
I'd like to see Barry, Supergirl, and Arrow. Like, I want to, whatever the next crossover is, it better be even more epic than the last one, because that last one was amazing, the invasion.
Let them all go to like
Pocket Universe.
Yeah, Pocket Universe,
Time
or
Trapper.
like a place that's out there, like Starhaven.
Yes.
Like a different planet where they could,
or the Microverse.
There you go. There.
He went we forgot to say that. Rip went miniature.
Oh yeah.
He was in. I cannot believe we missed that. Yes, the Wave Rider and him were on the desk at Eobard's.
office.
Hall of Doom.
Yeah.
And he was in the tiny Wave Rider for like however long that was, like for maybe a quarter of the episode, firing little shots at Damian when they fought him. It was awesome when they got the Atom suit back. So maybe they could do the small universe.
Sure, I'm down.
Final thoughts on this whole season. I thought this season was amazing. This blew the first season out of the water.
Yeah, this was pretty up there, yo.
Very ambitious.
Yeah, they could do anything that they want, yo.
I think that's why the ratings on this show are steady, because it
super consistent.
Like watching the Justice League Unlimited TV series like when you're younger. So it's like it might not be the characters everyone's familiar with. Like there's some characters in there that they are, but it's mostly a ragtag team of people that is original.
Yes,
and the villains are original. They're like they did their own little spin of the Legion of Doom, and it was great. I would have loved to see them back and then have even more people in the roster, though.
Yeah, so, true.
Yeah, final thoughts of this for me is that it was awesome, and I cannot wait for the third season. And hopefully it gets like a full season order of like 23 episodes like the rest.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Exciting. But we gotta wait like 4 months.
It's okay. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, I guess.
Anything else?
No.
Everything was good?
Yes.
Very good season.
Yes.
So with that being said, we'll see you guys in Arrow. Alright, so getting into Arrow, this episode was called Disbanded. And you guys can find the speech show right here. Once and science.
You're gonna hate me for this. Last night took a nail, but tonight I bounced back.
Why?
Because that's what happened.
Yes, he did. That's actually a good one, but why? Mine is whatever the song he was whistling at the end.
Oh,
it's like,
that's Psycho.
And he was like...
He is Psycho.
All right, so after getting his ass handed to... Well, not ass handed to him, really. It was after getting tortured by Prometheus, a.k.a. Adrian, a.k.a. the Psycho dude. Oliver decides to disband the team and doesn't want them to have any part in taking down Adrian. Any of them, because he didn't want any of them to fall into the darkness he did, or that Adrian made him realize he had to kill. So he enlists the help of who?
Oh, shoot, sorry. Anatoly.
Yes, and the Bratva. And this time, well, we had some flashbacks in this, but we'll talk about that
I thought
after.
the last episode was the end of flashbacks.
That's what they said. But we still got
Maybe it's this season is the end of flashbacks.
Hopefully. And then next season they're just gonna
show
flash
the future.
Back to they're gonna flash back to the first season, and the next season after that,
it's gonna be the future, right?
Yeah.
Like how flashbacks are, meaning that the actual story are considered flashbacks.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, so he has Anatoly and the Bratva try to take him out, but Team Flash decided to take matters into their own hands.
Yeah,
and prevent Anatoly and his men from killing Adrian. Because off of the little bit of evidence they have from Felicity and Helix and Alina helping, they were about to get facial recognition on Adrian as Prometheus. But he had some sort of scrambler, like a facial scrambler, so that every time a camera looked at him, it just would blur it out. Curtis figured out that all they needed to do was go to Cortec, get a decoder, and that would have been... That's it. That they got their evidence. Well, he and Felicity go ahead and do that. The rest of the team, Diggle, Dinah, Renee, and
I think this
is those three.
Yeah,
helped Oliver get back into his vigilantism, but he wasn't the Green Arrow this episode. He was just Oliver,
Sportsmaster.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be sick if we get theorized about that. But he doesn't do what Anatoly tells him to do, which is kill. He's like, kill me. Do it. You know you have to. But he doesn't. And they're able to save all the people Anatoly kidnapped. They were able to get the evidence against Adrian. They gave it to Lance, who early on in the episode wanted to bash the dude's face in right before Oliver dumped Susan. And talked to Adrian. That was so crazy. Like, he still continues to taunt everyone. He's in plain sight. He's right there. And
why don't you sign the papers?
Yeah.
Why don't you sign the papers?
Man?
Oliver, I thought you were my best friend.
He's so psycho. It's awesome. Yeah, when they get the evidence, Dinah turns it into Lance and the rest of the SCPD. They put out the call to get him, and his security detail, he kills them both.
With a pen.
Savagely, yes.
What the heck?
And runs away. Or he's driving off whistling to It's a Beautiful Morning.
Yeah.
That's where it leaves us. And Anatoly and Oliver, they're on bad terms, so obviously that's going to be bad for the future interactions between them. And Felicity going in deeper with Helix is bad too, but at least Curtis is there. At least somebody on the team is there to watch what she's doing.
Yeah, true.
We don't know when the Green Arrow is going to come back. We don't know. He doesn't want to... He has everybody now. They all have their own little superhero...
costume spot.
Yeah. But him, no, he's just like, he's not going to touch this thing for a little bit. Then we have the flashbacks. Oliver helped Anatoly get money for a hospital with sick children. They stole from like some rogue Bratva or something like that.
Yeah.
Or rival gang. He said to Oliver, don't leave me because I don't know what's going to happen if I'm not running this with you.
Yeah.
And it comes full circle because he said that. He's like, I told you this was going to happen. I was going to become reckless. I mean, not reckless, ruthless.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. And then that's it. They leave us with just the ominous what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Easter eggs.
Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Cord Industries.
Yes.
Dude, they should introduce freaking Blue Beetle.
They really should. Ted Cord even. And then they could like go down the line to like the other Blue Beetles.
Jaime would be in Legends.
Yes. That would be awesome.
That would be sick.
But if he's there, we need Booster Gold.
Yes. So maybe that's...
Oh, maybe that's Rip plays Booster Gold. Like he plays his father. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. These other Easter eggs.
Zarn Corp.
Yeah, there's a woman called Future Woman on the Legion of Superheroes with the last name.
Zarn?
Something Zarn, yeah.
Oh.
Future Woman, Future Girl, something like that. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Preview, we saw... What did we see? We saw Felicity in Helix.
Yeah, she had a mask on.
Yeah, she's going rogue, I think, because she wants to use it to bring down Adrian, but Oliver doesn't want that. And I guess that would be so sick for her to be the villain of the next season.
Yeah,
and then like she starts collecting people with special skills like Team Arrow, but like for bad, or not. Like it's like there's vigilantes who do the right thing.
She's like the actual vigilante.
Yeah, like the rogue people that just they don't care who.
And Oliver has to stop her.
Yeah. And then he kills her. Full circle. What else we see in that? We see Adrian making a mess somewhere.
Yeah, he's still on the run. Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. Theories as to what's to come. I think Team Arrow is going to have to have Vigilante kill Prometheus or Adrian. And I'm really hoping that he's revealed to be Adrian's twin brother.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
If he isn't Walter Steele.
Walter Steele?
Or, like you said, the...
Pike?
Pike, yeah.
Because they introduced him around the same time. Who? Or this season.
Pike
like
was last season.
Oh, okay.
Like he showed up when Lance got fired.
When did he show up after?
When did he show up
occasionally?
Yeah, he showed up occasionally. Like he kept showing up. Like even after Laurel died, he was there.
And when did Vigilante show up?
He showed up this season.
Yeah, like what episode?
I don't even know. I think the first episode.
Interesting.
So.
What if it's what's her name? Dinah's husband. I know he's dead, but
maybe we don't know yet. He knows. The thing is, he knows everything about Team Arrow, so it's just somebody that would be really crazy if it was Tommy. They changed it, they flipped it.
That'd be crazy.
And what they've said though about Vigilante is that his secret will go on to next season, so there's a possibility that might happen. So I mean, it's nice to see a hero that gets the stuff done.
Yeah.
I know I'm crossing the line here. It was like, you know what I see? I see you as a half measure. Every time you hit them, they get back up. Every time I hit them, they stay down.
Yeah.
That's like basically what's happening here. Adrian will most likely die.
Yeah.
Talia will probably play into the next season because she's still
back to life.
Revenge. Yeah. That'd be crazy.
I have found another pool of Lazarus. Pit of Lazarus.
I'm pretty sure there is something out there.
Yeah, there's 5, I think.
Yeah, so they only destroyed 1.
Yeah, I think they destroyed the main one.
And she's still young. So, yes.
Yeah.
She's got to have another one. She's got a secret pool, or at least she's got a little sink. As far as the team goes, hopefully we see Thea and Rory again. And what's her name?
I would like to see Lance suit up.
Yes.
That would be sick if he was a vigilante with Team Arrow.
That'd be awesome. He's got the skills too. I mean, the only thing that's stopping him is bad heart. But
and his drinking.
Yeah. He kind of got that in control.
Talk about Felicity. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
This is so hard to
theorize.
There's
like,
5 or 6 more episodes?
Yeah.
No, 5.
There's
only 5. Oh, man. We're almost done with all of these.
Yeah,
all these shows have 5 episodes left.
5. No, Supergirl's got... Oh, yeah.
She ended up... She's on 17,
yeah. Damn.
Oh, Artemis. Maybe she'll, be... What do you call that? A villain next season. Maybe they could introduce Sportsmaster.
Yeah, her father.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be sick if it's something happens between Felicity and Oliver this season, right? And then because her work with Helix, she gets too into it, she starts going to the dark side. What if Evelyn, without Adrian there to, what do you call that? Be her mentor, she goes to Helix. And she's the first of the many recruits that they're gonna have to fight against Team Arrow.
That would be sick.
So much they can do.
That would be sick.
And she could be Tigress instead.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm excited. And they can't stop it. Inevitably, like when the show keeps, it's probably gonna get like 3 or 4 more seasons at the very least. They're gonna have to. Yeah, they're gonna have to do the metas and magic and all that stuff again. It's just, I
think around that time is when the whole crisis is gonna happen.
Because you can't like escape that. You could keep it as grounded as you can, but if you have if he's friends with someone like the Flash and the Legends, you're bound to run into people with powers.
Yeah.
And Black Siren too. Katie Cassie's gonna be a series regular.
There you go. They gotta. That's a meta. That's a start.
So they better not kill off Dinah. It better be like a rivalry between the two.
Yeah, that'd be sick of his rivalry.
And although I would love to see Oliver end up with Laura, I'd rather see him end up with Dinah.
Yeah, she is nice.
They got to do something right, something to the source material.
Yeah.
Any other theories? I want Ragvan back. That's all I want. And Thea.
I want the team back.
And Roy.
Yeah. Roy. Yeah.
Roy is Vigilante.
Where the hell
Vigilante's big. He's as big as Diggle at least.
But that'd be sick if it was Roy.
Yeah, he's just wearing stilts.
Yeah. No, it's like half Roy, half Tommy. What the hell happened?
2 + 2 = us. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Final thoughts about this episode. I thought this episode and the last were like the best this season.
Mm-hmm.
So much.
The episode before was the reveal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much intensity.
Yes.
So epic. And we gotta wait for a month for all these shows to come back. But
no, like
it's 3 weeks.
3.5 weeks, yeah.
So basically this whole month. And as long as they keep up the pace, this is a really, really good season. They really redeemed themselves with this.
Yeah.
So on to hashtags. Hashtag for Supergirl. Hashtag sigh.
Kick.
Crocodile.
This was actually pretty good. That's pretty good.
Kind of like completed your
sigh kick,
but spell it like sigh as in like SIGH.
Yeah,
and a kick.
And a sidekick.
Crocodile.
Yeah, nice.
Hashtag for the Flash.
Hashtag blam.
Magic.
Keggeroo.
Hashtag. Wait, what was it? Hashtag
blam.
Magic.
Keggeroo.
All right, that was a pretty good one.
Legends.
Hashtag for legends. Hashtag dinosaur.
What
team.
Nice. Hashtag dinosaur.
What
team. So many other people. This would not make sense. Only to us three would make sense.
Hashtag for Arrow.
Go ahead.
Hashtag disbanded.
Versus.
Bananas.
What?
Okay, that was just all over. This is good though. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Spirit Bears, you got some choice words, but so overall, which one did you enjoy the most out of these 5 episodes? Because we have to count the Legends finale. I'm gonna give it to the Legends finale.
That was I just don't want to be the same as you, so I'ma say Flash.
Flash. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you guys go leave a comment down below what you thought about the episodes and what's your theories of what's to come, and leave a like if you enjoyed.
Come over to my channel where we figure out exactly how to make your own Philosopher's Stone. We don't actually know how, but we do have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. videos, so that's kind of cool, right? It's something. It's a good, just come check me out, please.
Be sure to check out our Creators Code as well as social links down below. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching the 9th episode of the Justice Clubhouse Podcast.
See you in the next one.
Bye.
2014, 2014.